Well, thanks for hanging out again with me, man, and taking the time to do this. You were one of the coolest dudes when we first got here. I mean, you're still one of the coolest dudes.
Thanks.
I mean, let me make that clear, everyone. He's a cool dude.
Just like to help people.
Yeah, but please introduce yourself.
I'm John Potenza from Average Joe's MMA, and yeah, we met through Living Kinetics. We kind of did like a little joint merger thing to kind of help promote you guys and get you introduced to the community and introduced to our students and client base and kind of get things rolling.
Yeah, no, and you guys have been great, and just the crowd you have here is fantastic, which of course is an MMA group. Turn that just a little bit right there. Can't have all the attention on you. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I've personally got to stop by before. It was an ass whooping.
You did good though. You did good. You pushed through it. That was a hell of a workout.
I wasn't gonna no, John can't have this over me. No way. Tell them a little bit about what you guys do here, like the schedule. Who do you train? What's you know, who's typically showing up here, stuff like that.
So we do mixed martial arts, we do kickboxing, we do fitness conditioning classes, we also do judo, and every now and again we'll have self-defense seminars, weapons seminars, catch wrestling. We have a lot of different programs, a lot of things available. We do personal training, group training, and we have everybody from the average Joe who just wants to come in and work out, have some fun, and get your stuff going just for, you know, a workout, up to professional fighters, and we have everything in between. So we have, like, Kevin Barberena is one of our professional fighters, and he fights at a high level. And then we have guys like Pancho and Carolyn, Zane, Luke, and all these other guys that train, guys and girls that train and fight and compete in all different levels of martial arts, whether it's kickboxing, boxing, mixed martial arts, grappling, all this stuff. It's a lot of fun. We've been really blessed to have just a good group of people come through the doors we've been here 3.5 years, and in the past 3.5 years, it's just been constantly good people coming through, and it's awesome. We get a good group, and we have a lot of fun. We work hard, but we have a lot of fun at the same time, so we get a lot of good energy feedback from the group, which we feed off of, and it just makes for an awesome workout every time. Yeah,
I mean, that's how you want to show up to work.
Yeah, exactly.
With a group like that.
Yep, exactly. You know, yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun being in here and feeling that energy. I didn't feel put off coming in here. I did feel sore.
That's a good thing, yeah. That kind of goes with the territory. That's a good thing for sure.
Oh, get up the next day. Damn it, John. And we were talking earlier when we were getting all the camera equipment set up and everything about future goals and stuff like that. You're talking about building affiliates and stuff like that. Please.
So we have Average Joe's MMA is our home gym here in Prescott, Arizona. Then we have Old School Grappling Catch Wrestling Association. I'm a certified catch wrestler under what I believe is one of the best catch wrestlers in the world, was Billy Robinson, my coach, who formerly passed not a couple of years back, but I was very blessed to be able to train under him and make it to assistant coach under him. There's only 7 of us in the world that are assistant coach under Billy Robinson.
Wow.
So I have this organization, Old School Grappling, that we certify gyms all over the world in catch wrestling, which is a style of grappling that we're trying to bring back. It's been around forever, but kind of got lost for a while. And we're bringing it back, and we've got affiliates now spread out pretty far across the country, a couple international, so it's kind of neat. So I get to travel around, do seminars, and go train with these guys and share the passion and love of catch wrestling. And
so cool.
It's really cool. It's pretty awesome.
So what is catch wrestling? I mean, if you were to just explain it to a layperson like myself.
Yeah, the best way to put it is catch wrestling is jiu-jitsu's evil brother. It's wrestling based, so it's very takedown heavy. It's all submissions are legal, which is different from a lot of different grappling arts, whether it's jiu-jitsu or judo or sambo. There's a lot of different styles of grappling. In catch, all submissions are allowed, so we're allowed leg locks, neck cranks, all kinds of arms and shoulder locks, whatever you could think of.
Okay.
Almost all takedowns are legal. And the biggest difference is we're allowed pins on top of submissions. So if we wrestle and I get to the ground and I put you on your back, you get pinned, that's it, the match is over, just like in freestyle, folk style wrestling. It's just like you would see in high school or college wrestling.
Okay.
Or if the person fights out of that, we could submit them as well. So we could win by tap out or pin, which is definitely the biggest difference between most grappling arts and catch.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of cool. It's a lot of fun. It's a fast-paced grappling sport, so it's exciting to watch, and it's just a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Very cool. Wow. So you yourself sound like you're pretty versed in the art of combat.
Yeah, I've been training martial arts since 1981, and I haven't stopped since. So it's been a long road. So I've done a couple of things, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been very fortunate to train in a lot of different styles under some really great instructors and stuff. So it's pretty cool to have the lineage I come from and different styles and different aspects, and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, no matter what it is that I teach here, or we teach anywhere we go, we've got a very, very strong background in it. You know, whether it's savate, kickboxing, you know, catch wrestling, judo, whatever. Everything we do, Kali, stick fighting, everything we do, we've been very blessed to have direct lineage from like whoever the best at the time was, then me and my wife Sandra, who's the head instructor here as well, and then it's us right out under them, which is really cool. So
that's awesome.
Been really lucky. It's been a good path.
Wow. What would you say your favorite is out of the styles?
I get that a lot. Yeah, I do. I get that a lot, and it's so hard to say because I mean I have a huge passion for catch wrestling, so I'd probably say that probably squeaks out everything else by a little bit.
Yeah.
I think catch wrestling is probably my favorite. But striking is right there with it. I was a striker before I was a grappler, and a lot of people don't know that. But I was a striker way before a grappler. So my striking is just as close of a passion as my catch wrestling. But then judo also sneaks in there too. So it's so hard to say. I love judo too, and I love weapons fighting, and it's impossible to say. But I would say if I had to really nail it down, catch wins by just a little bit.
Gotcha.
And the rest are all across the board. You know, weapons, judo, kickboxing, and you know everything else.
First and second, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. There's no other third. That's it. First and then everything else.
Oh, well, it sounds like you're passionate about it. I can really see that.
For sure.
That's awesome. I've recommended you plenty of times. I like sending people to you, man.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And you know, I love when the average person comes in who wants to just lose weight and get in shape and have some fun. And we have more people into that than they are who fight. We have a busy fight team too, but so many people come in just to work out and get in shape, and they kind of think about, all right, I'm going to get there and get a little workout going. And we've had people lose 60, 70, 80 pounds in, you know, under a year. And it's amazing just by changing the diet a little bit and coming here training. And it's so cool to see that life change of people coming in they thought they were going to just get a workout, and then a year later they're 80 pounds lighter or 70 pounds lighter. You're like, man, they're a different person. And, you know, before you know it, half of them wind up competing and stuff, and they're pushing themselves to the next level. And it's so cool to see people just change their lives all the way through martial arts. It's just really cool.
That's awesome,
man. It's cool. So I appreciate you guys recommending us and all that. It's always a good thing. And,
absolutely.
You know, we like helping people.
Well, I think that's why we get along so well, is really our businesses do the same thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
We get people moving, and we want to motivate them to keep moving.
Exactly, yeah.
Let me ask though, how would you say your gym differs from like a traditional dojo or like traditional martial arts?
I've come from traditional background too, so I've had traditional martial art background, so I can give you a definitive answer to it. And probably the biggest things are when traditional dojos, usually you'll have to wear a gi and some kind of uniform or whatever style you're training in. Here it's generally t-shirt and shorts. Wrestling shoes are optional. Some guys wear wrestling shoes, some don't. We play music during training. Back when I was doing traditional arts, that was unheard of. You know, maybe nowadays, maybe it's changed. I don't know. I've been at a traditional circuit for a while, but back in the day, music in the background, unheard of. It was not. Everything was quiet. All you could hear is each other breathing very awkwardly and uncomfortably, and a lot of kias and yells. And it was cool. I loved it. But yeah, it's different. Here we play music, and we kind of have a little more of a looser atmosphere. Yeah. The traditional was very strict and excellent for discipline and excellent for what it is, and I do love it and respect it tremendously. But they're different worlds. So yeah, here is more of a relaxed, almost like a club type atmosphere, as opposed to that traditional, you know, very rigid bow in, bow out, and you know everything is done in form and kata and everything else. So it's a little more loose, I would say.
Gotcha. Yeah, I definitely felt that when I was here. Yeah. I definitely appreciated that.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you know, it's tough. Sometimes you need a break. You got to be able to step out and take a break. And you know, back in, at least when the lineage I came from in my traditional days, if you stopped, you were getting worked in the corner. You know, the instructors take you to go do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, you punch you in the stomach, whatever it's going to be. Yeah. You know, if you came in late, you got the same thing. If you left early, you got the same thing. So it was very strict. It was you know, you had to be there early, finish at the end, no breaks in between. It was very, very rigid and strict. But here, it's much more laid back. If people if they got work, they got jobs, and they got things to do. So if you got work and you can't make it here at 6 on the dot, get here at 6:05, get here at 6:10. You know, part of a workout's better than no workout. You know.
I love that.
That's how we kind of look at it.
I love that. There's too many times I've been like, whoa, I'm late now. Yeah. Gotta skip it.
Yep. I guess it's always next week, you know. Yep. We try to avoid that, and you know, let you come in if you got to leave early for work, because we have guys who work in, you know, whatever hospitals or night shifts here or there, and they have to leave 10 minutes early, a half hour, whatever. Take off and go do your job. At least you got your first half of your workout in, you know.
Absolutely.
And then we could always make it work around that.
Let's talk injuries though.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those.
Because that's what we deal with.
Yep.
And you guys are really good at producing them.
Yeah, we're good, and you guys are good at fixing them, so it's a perfect relationship.
I think so. I think so.
I know the guys were thrilled when you guys came in. They were like, yes, we got someone to help fix this stuff.
That's one of the best feelings in the world, by the way, when you walk in and everyone's,
yeah! No doubt.
But is that pretty common?
It is, like any sport. There's always injuries in every sport, but it's a combat sport, so you're going to get injuries. A lot of bumps, bruises, and twists and tweaks and things. Luckily, we haven't had any major injuries, but there's always somebody with something pulled, sprained, twisted, or torqued.
That just comes with the territory.
It's pretty much what we do.
But you're a good coach. You take care of people. Make sure the technique's on. Right?
We try to protect everybody and try to teach everybody to move with slow, controlled movements as opposed to just grabbing something and tearing it off. And but every now and again, somebody
new guys, right?
New guys are the worst. Yeah. But it happens. But we get a lot of in grappling in general, martial arts in general, I should say, a lot of knee, ankle, and shoulders are probably the biggest injuries that people face from twisting the wrong way and moving the wrong way. And then we go to see guys like you, and you guys twist us up and put things back where they need to be and stretch them out, and then they're good to go and get back on the mat, and we get to do it all over again.
Absolutely.
It works out well.
Speaking of just building the injury circle here, Dr. Jerome Longoria, he's been coming in doing some seminars for you guys.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we recently met up, got to do an interview with him, and I think we're going to be doing more events, teaming up together and stuff like that.
Very cool.
Like the week before I asked you for the interview, it was like the universe kept like, go talk to John. So the doc, he contacts me, right? I see one of your students in a parking lot somewhere. She's got the Average Joe sign up. Went to a ribbon cutting, saw another one of your students there, and she was like, "You look familiar." So at this point, I'm thinking, I think we need to do more stuff with Average Joes. So if you got any upcoming events or anything, just let us know.
Sounds great. Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely get something going.
At least a barbecue or something.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be doing another one. Probably in August, I'm thinking. We usually do every couple of months. We do a big barbecue of some sort, and in August we'll probably be doing another barbecue. So we'll get you guys out here and we'll have some fun. Awesome. And some good food. I got a big hunting trip coming up, so we'll have some good fresh organic meat.
By the way, this guy wrestles, what was it, crocodiles,
alligators?
Yeah. So this is just, if you haven't been sold on how good this guy is already, just let that sink in. Where can they find you at, though, man?
You can find me on Facebook. Average Joe's MMA on Facebook, or John Potenza on Facebook. Instagram, Average Joe's MMA. Also, Old School Grappling, Catch Wrestling Association on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. So any of those places, and direct to our website is averagejoesmma.com. That's the direct link to our website. It's got all of our schedule, prices, and all that stuff. Everything is, we keep it as inexpensive as possible and easy to get to as possible.
Nice, man. Yeah, it really doesn't get any easier than that.
Yeah, all you got to do is show up. We do the rest.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today, man.
Oh, man, my pleasure. It's been great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Did you have anything you wanted to add before we sign off here?
Come in and train for a free class. Come in. Mention these guys. Maybe I'll give you 2 free classes.
Ooh, check that out. I like that.
That's going to happen.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll talk to you later.